Hello, Darren Alff here from BicycleTouringPro.com. I am in Southern California right now, and I'm in my van. And I'm in my van because I am driving today from California all the way across the country to the U.S. state of Virginia. I'm not going to drive the whole thing today. I'm actually driving across the country over the course of the next week. But today is the first day of my trip, and I'm not biking across the country like I have done 5 times previously. Instead, I'm driving my van to the east coast of the United States to participate in a big cycling event called Bike Virginia. There's going to be about 1,500, 1,600 people in Virginia, and we're all going to spend a week together cycling across the state. So I'm going to Virginia for that, and then I'm staying on the east coast of the United States for the entire summer. So I'm going to be traveling around to some of the best parts on the east coast in my van, sleeping in my van on occasion, and then parking my van and going off on mini bike tours on the east coast of the United States. So I've got my 2 bicycles in the back of the van here. I've got my CoMotion Cycles Siskiyou touring bicycle, and I've also got my Chumba Ursa 29 Plus bike packing bicycle, so I can do some on-road and off-road cycling over the course of the next couple months. But today, like I said, is the first day of my drive across the country, and I thought that while I normally make videos about bicycling and bicycle touring, I would make one video at least about my cross-country drive across America, so that those of you who maybe have never been to America, or even those of you who do live in America but have not been to these particular parts of America, can see what it's like as I drive my way across from California through Arizona, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky maybe, West Virginia, and all the way to Virginia. So that's what you have in store in this particular video. I am leaving right now, keys in hand, to drive across America. Here we go.
Dear Mama, I'm staying over tonight and go to the dance. RT and I have had a fight. He thinks I'm going out with Annie. I didn't talk.
Is that true? Yeah, and I could be pushed around, and I could be bullied. There were guys who...
Gas is so much cheaper here in Arizona than it is in California. It's about 70 cents cheaper. I filled up my entire tank, 17, almost 18 gallons, cost $53. It's pretty good for considering how far I just drove. And I think the gas is going to get cheaper the further east I drive across the country. So I just got a burrito from Chipotle, which I'm very excited about. I haven't eaten much today. I had a bagel and a orange when I left this morning, and that's all I've had to eat. So, yeah, burrito. I got this tray for my van, and it attaches to my steering wheel. You probably can't see it, but it just attaches to the bottom here, so I have like a little food tray to eat on when I'm up here in the front seat. And I am going to devour this thing. The question is, it's 7 o'clock at night, it's past 7 o'clock. By the time I eat this, it's going to be 7:30, and it's still 2 hours to drive until I get to Flagstaff, Arizona tonight, which means I'd be driving in the dark. So, do I stay here tonight and just camp in my car somewhere, or do I drive to Flagstaff? I think I'm going to drive to Flagstaff. Alright, so I'm in Flagstaff, Arizona now. I found a campsite out in the middle of the forest. I've camped here before, so I kind of knew where to go. There's a lot of people out here on this road that I'm camping on, a surprising number of people actually. But I was able to find a spot to camp, so I just pulled in. Got my bed here, bike's over here, and yeah, that's it. My eyes are like crazy red from just like staring all day long at the road. Ugh. I drove, come over here and look at the light so you can see my face. I drove
for more than 8 hours today, about 515 miles, which is like 830 kilometers. Whew. I could have gone further. But I'm glad to stop and rest for a little bit. So tonight, just gonna go straight to bed, and tomorrow continue driving east into New Mexico. It's so nice to not have to like set up my tent and all this kind of stuff. I just open the back door of my van, lay down, and I'm out.
So my hair and face is an absolute mess right now, but this is where I slept last night in Flagstaff, Arizona. Got a pretty good night's sleep. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning right now, and I'm packing up and getting ready to hit the road. I'm gonna drive 6 hours or so today to Albuquerque, New Mexico. Here we go.
So I was on the phone with educators all across the country, setting up all of these different classes, and which is located slightly off of the main house because I'm available by appointment only.
It follows a strategy similar to what we are going to go through. Now, one other thing before I go into how the numbers break down for dividend reinvestment plans is I have a minimum criteria. This is just me, okay? My minimum criteria
Alright, I finished my driving for today. I'm in the parking lot of a Walmart, which is where I'm planning to spend the night tonight. Couldn't find anywhere else to camp. So I went inside, bought a little bit of food, just to say that I purchased something from here. And now I'm setting up my camp for tonight inside the van. I'm going to do a little bit of computer work before I go to bed. But otherwise, this is another long day of driving. One thing though that's kind of interesting is gas prices are way cheaper here. In California, before I left, I paid like $3.90 for gas, and here in Albuquerque I paid $2.24 for gas. So almost, what is that? Almost $2 cheaper, like $1.50 cheaper. Crazy how cheap the gas is here. Anyways, food is cheaper, gas is cheaper. I wonder how much cheaper it'll get the further east I go, or if this is about as cheap as it gets. We'll see. Tomorrow I cross into Texas. I have only ever been to Texas one time before, and it was on the train coming back from my bike tour in 2003 when I rode my bike from Chicago, Illinois to New Orleans, Louisiana. So I was really just on the train, saw a little bit of Texas, and that was it. But tomorrow I'll pass through Amarillo, Texas, and kind of head on my way towards Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Here's an RV that's pulled into the Walmart. I think he's looking for a good place to park. I hope I'm not the only one camping out here, but it looks like he's trying to find a place to park the RV. There's a lot of places to park. It's just a matter of picking a spot you like. Okay, so I survived the night in the Walmart parking lot, no problems. I didn't sleep super great. I was kind of on edge a little bit, just a lot of noises and stuff outside, but otherwise I did get a little bit of sleep. So today the plan is to drive to, I think it's called Elk City, Oklahoma. It's right on the border of Oklahoma and Texas. So I'm going to cross through New Mexico, Texas, and then eventually cross into Oklahoma today. It's about 400 miles. Should take about 6 hours of solid driving. Here we go.
thick on the sides of Great Britain.
Okay, Becca, when we are driving somewhere, which one of us typically is driving?
I'd say you most of the time.
Overall, from the history of medicine, is that the way you define terms, the way you define anything, makes an enormous...
And it's really hard to say, I need to take care of myself.
Okay, so I'm in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma now. It's kind of exactly what I thought it would be like. There's a few little hills, but otherwise it's just kind of like rolling green, endless nothingness. And the city itself is like a carbon copy of every other city in America, with all the stores that you would see pretty much everywhere else. Staples and Starbucks and Dairy Queen and McDonald's and Taco Bell and all that kind of stuff. So nothing too spectacular to say about the city at this point, but I'm going to camp in my car again tonight. I'm in a suburban neighborhood, which looks a little bit different than the suburban neighborhoods that I'm used to in California, but hopefully I won't draw any attention to myself here in the car. So, doing some stealth camping tonight. Gas here is $2.09. Crazy cheap, like almost $2 cheaper than when I left California. $12 gallons, $25. This would be $50-something in California. Crazy. So I spent last night sleeping in my van, had a bit of a rainstorm, but it wasn't really too bad. This morning I woke up and I drove just a couple miles to one of my readers' house here in Oklahoma City. His name is Ed, met his whole family, wife, daughter, cat, and they let me take a shower at their house, which was really nice, and then Ed and I went out for breakfast. Making a video about my drive across the country, so you're in the video now.
Oh, good.
And now I'm in Oklahoma City. I drove to Walmart, and I'm gonna get a gauge for my van so that I can measure the tire pressure. My tires in the back are looking a little low, and I don't know if they're low or what. So I don't have one of these gauges. I thought I had one. I don't know where it went, so I'm gonna go buy another one and measure my tires, and then maybe get some air, and then I'll be out of here. I'm gonna drive to Arkansas today. That's the plan, is to reach Arkansas.
Knowledges to be sort of through this confluence of all these technological whatever revolutions. Children. Copyright the Psychological Corporation, New York City. This is the thing that like, in some ways, like, yeah, like changed his life. Even though Daryl doesn't remember all. It was that bad.
Originally revived by psychologist Arthur Johnson of the University of California. Is it fair to say that your position has been that...
It is really fucking hard to find someone who, like, gets it, you know what I mean? There's so much working against you finding someone. Yeah. It's like...
Things that is very typical of the psychopath is that ability to con and manipulate.
The 2-week hearing culminated on
In a quarter mile, slight left.
I'm Gretchen Rubin, a writer who studies happiness, good habits, outer order, and human nature. I'm in New York City usually, but today I have the luxury of being in the LA studio with my sister.
Take the next left, then your destination will be on the right.
Oh yeah. This is my campsite. There's nobody here, which is the best part. That looks like a good spot right there to the right. This is cool. It's making sure I have the keys. It is 7 o'clock at night right now, and check out this place that I found to camp for tonight. There's the van, picnic table, fire pit, and then over here is a big giant lake. This is easily the best part of my trip thus far. Really nice. We'll walk down to the water here. Yeah, of all the states I've driven through, Arkansas is my favorite thus far. It's just got more scenery than a lot of the other states that I've been through. Check that out. Nice, huh? So I found a really amazing camping spot for tonight. I love it when I find a place like this that's like close to nature or in nature, and I have the entire place to myself. That is the freaking best. I have been living in my van now for what, 4 days or something like that, as I've been driving across the country from California to Virginia, and I've basically been going non-stop. And so like the back of the van has gotten very, very messy. So what I'm gonna do now is clean the van or organize it a little bit, and then I'm gonna cook some dinner, probably just make some soup or veggies or something like that, and that'll be it, because it's gonna get dark in about an hour. So I gotta move pretty fast to do everything that I want to do before it gets dark. So I've cleaned the van and it's about to get dark. It's gonna get dark any minute, but before it gets dark, I thought, I've driven halfway across the country, or more than halfway across the country now, and I haven't really shown you my van. Some of you may have seen a previous video I did about 2 years ago about my van, but for those of you who are new, let me give you a quick tour. So here it is, my minivan camper van. This is just a 2011 Dodge Caravan, and I've added something to it. I'm gonna step up here so you can see, but I have on the roof are 2 solar panels as well as 2 bike racks. So I can carry 2 bikes up here, and those solar panels go into a big battery on the inside of the car, which I can then use to charge all of my electronics, computer, camera batteries, drone batteries, etc. So I'll just show you the front here really quick. I have some of the things that I use just to clean and stuff over here: water, laundry detergent, I don't know, cleaning the windows, Windex. This is bear spray. And then I have toothbrush and toothpaste, which I use just often to clean my teeth. I've got my poop kit down here. This is for digging a hole and washing my hands. And then under the seat, I've got all of my camp stove stuff. So I have several pots and 2 different camp stoves under here. Then up here, I'll show you the rest, but that's kind of my dashboard area. I also have 2 cameras mounted up here. I have a dash cam as well as a GoPro, so if something exciting goes on, I capture it on the screen. Then inside, this is where I spend most of my time when I'm in the camper part of the van. But I got a whole bunch of things going on here. Most obviously are the bicycles. That's my Chumba Ursa 29 Plus bike packing bicycle, as well as the CoMotion Cycle Siskiyou touring bicycle. I've got one of my camp stoves is out because I'm about to cook dinner. But anyways,
behind the seats, hanging off of the seats on both sides, I have 2 igloo bags, which I use to put food in. So this one's like almost full. This one is only partially full. Behind this one is another little bag, which I use as my trash bag. I just put the trash in there and then clean it out regularly. This is my water that I drink from. This is a fan, which I just purchased because I knew it was going to be really hot on this trip. And this has really been coming in handy. It's nice. It runs off the solar, which you can see the line going to over there. And then underneath the van, this down here, there used to be seats in the back of the van. I've taken all of the seats out of the back of the van. So there were 2 seats here and 2 seats back here, but I've taken them out. And those seats used to fold down into the floor of the van. But because I took the seats completely out, there is now this big space in the bottom of the van, which I use to store a bunch of stuff in. So I have all my electronics here, and a lot of my food and stuff is down here. And on the other side, I have like my bike packing stuff as well as the battery for the solar system. So stuff that I don't really need to access very often is down under the floor over here. And then back here is my bed. So this is just like a trifold cot size mattress that kind of pops out like this. Hold on. Like that. And then that's where I sleep at night. And I have a little flashlight up here, which operates as a lantern as well. Back here I have all my toiletries right by my head. And I also have these little magnets here, so I can stick my cell phone to this and like watch a movie while I'm laying in bed at night, like this, kind of. And I also have one up there, so I can stick the phone up there and lay on my back and watch a movie. Back here, I should just maybe pop the back so you can see it. So in the back of the van, there were also 2 seats back here, and I used to have it so that I could fold this back seat up and 2 passengers could sit in the back of the van, but I wasn't using that option very often, so I just got rid of that rear seat entirely, and that gave me a whole lot more room to store stuff back here, because down in the floor of the van there's more storage space. So under this little carpet, I've created a board, and see, all under here in the back of the van I've stuffed a whole bunch of stuff. Sleeping bags, my other bicycle touring gear, towels to wash the car with. I have a portable shower, all of my winter clothes, stuff that I don't really use very often is all down here. So yeah, and then I just folds over with the carpet and no one would even know that it's there. So that is pretty much it for my little camper van, but I just wanted to give you a quick tour. I will do a more detailed breakdown of my camper van in the future, but I just thought while we're on this trip it would be kind of cool for you guys to see where I am living, working, and playing. This is my 2011 Dodge Caravan camper van. So the wind is blowing from this direction, and so I'm trying to use my body to kind of shelter the camp stove from the wind while I cook this soup here. It's gonna get dark any minute, and so I'm just gonna eat this really quick and then climb inside the van. And I have a movie that I've downloaded from Netflix. There's no internet out here, but I downloaded the movie earlier when I did have internet. So I'm gonna watch that tonight inside the van, and then hopefully get some good sleep. It should be a very nice evening considering I'm out here all by myself with no one around. There is a road right on the other side of the lake right there, so there are some passing cars, but otherwise it should be a very nice evening.
So now I'm on the road and heading east toward Memphis, Tennessee. That is the stop for today, Memphis, Tennessee.
And I think when I
Welcome to Tennessee.
just like eat lunch by myself in my own kitchen, it feels I up the pleasure that I feel because I've recognized it.
That makes sense. And of course, Scratch, I think for anyone out there who is a new parent, they probably like the time of day when their babies are napping.
Oh my God. I remember when we went from the 2 nap a day to the 1 nap a day, it was like, how is this possible? Yeah. I also like when my 2 daughters were settled in bed at night.
I'm in Memphis, Tennessee now, and I'm going to be staying tonight at one of my Bicycle Touring Pro readers' Bicycle Touring Pro readers' house. One of my readers' house. I can't talk. Tonight I'm staying at a reader's house, but I got here a couple hours early, so I drove to the Bud Hill disc golf course. And I thought I'd play a quick round of disc golf, but it doesn't seem to be a public course. It seems to be privately owned. And there's a sign over here saying to call Danny to ask if you can play. So I'm gonna call Danny, but the first thing is they didn't put the area code of Memphis on the sign, so I have no idea what the area code is, so I gotta look up that first. Hey, Danny? Hi, my name's Darren. I am just driving across the country and I wanted to stop and play a game of disc golf. I'm over at Bud Hill. Is it possible for me to play? Yeah. Okay. No dogs. No, it's just me by myself. Okay. Okay. California, actually. I'm going to Virginia for a big cycling event that's taking place over there. Yeah. Okay. So I talked to Danny and he said it's not a problem for me to play a game of disc golf. They have a waiver that they want me to sign, Welcome to America, and a little donation box. So that's what I'm going to do. I got to dig my disc golf discs out of here. We'll try to play a quick round of golf. This is really cool. I've got the whole place to myself. Such a nice course, but man, the humidity is ridiculous. I feel like I'm so sweaty and so smelly right now. And I just threw my disc into the freaking jungle over here. Probably gonna get poison oak. Oh no, here it is. Right here. Thank goodness. Okay, there's the hole. And there's my disc. Not quite. Okay, so I got 4 on that one. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, I missed it. I just threw my disc deep in the forest, in the water. I'm gonna be like up to my ankles here getting this disc out now. Shoot, this sucks. So I wasn't concentrating. I was just throwing it really quickly. And now it's in deep. It's right there, but this is all underwater. I love being out in this kind of nature. It's so nice. But damn, the humidity is crazy. It's like being in the Amazon rainforest. It's just, I'm sweating like crazy. And I'm gonna go to this reader's house tonight. Oh shoot, I didn't throw it in the goalie down here, did I? Yeah, I did, it's over here. Yeah, I'm gonna show up to these people's house, having not taken a shower in 2 days, being totally sweaty and stinky. My pants haven't been washed in a week since I left California. I don't know where the basket is. I can't see it. So last night after my disc golf game, I drove to the house of Sarah and Patrick. Sarah and Patrick are two Bicycle Touring Pro readers that live here in Memphis. They've recently moved here, and they have also gone off on their own bicycle touring adventures. They created their own bicycle touring videos. You can check out their channel. It's called Wander Like Water. I'll put a link to it down below here, Wander Like Water. They combined their bike tour with water. You'll see. You got to watch one of the videos to see. But yeah, really great evening with those two.
So we like talked with them and ultimately went to dinner, and they like offered us a place to stay in Todos Santos, and we're like, yeah, and then it turned out to be like a resort almost,
yeah,
so.
It was like a valley resort with like a pool and like a guest house with a whole bathroom, and like, oh yeah, here you go, just use it at your free will.
They fed me dinner, let me take a shower, let me sleep in the house, which is really nice, in their guest room, and we spent the whole evening kind of sitting around the table talking about bike touring, tiny houses, life in Memphis, Tennessee, and a whole lot more. So it was really a great evening, and I wish I could have stayed longer. But today I'm gonna pack up. Well, I'm really already packed up. I'm in the van, I'm getting ready to go. Today I am driving east all the way across Tennessee, somewhere to the border area past Knoxville, Tennessee. So that's where I'm going today, Knoxville.
Questions? Yet. He's trying to get Castellano to trust him.
Let's get to last Saturday, the 22nd. And once your lights out, he slams the door, go in. And about 10, 15 minutes later, I open the door and say, well, you know what?
She's gone.
So I'm in Nashville, Tennessee now. I've been driving, seems like all day, but it's only been a few hours really. I got a Chipotle burrito. They still have Chipotle in Nashville. So happy. So I got a veggie burrito, and I'm gonna continue driving east after eating this. I'm just going as far as I possibly can today. So like, I think I just have today and tomorrow for driving, and then on Thursday I should have like a rest day before Bike Virginia begins, which will be good. I can charge all my camera batteries up, get the van organized, get the bikes organized, all that kind of stuff. And then the bike tour will begin, and it'll be like a week of crazy, hectic bike party socializing for the entire week of Bike Virginia. But for today and tomorrow at least, I gotta drive. But right now, I'm gonna eat.
I was gonna say we were both like pretty anti-wedding. That's why we like didn't want to do a wedding, because you know they're so gay and lame and gross.
Fair. I kind of want a wedding, but I also don't think I'm ever gonna get married. So
to stay on I-440.
Did you leave, or did you say
yes?
How did you get out of there? What did you say?
I leave at 9 on Saturdays.
9 on Saturdays. She's very funny, and I think you should go. And if you
He had a hunch that those missing hard drives might be connected to Michelle's disappearance, so he grilled Mark.
You said you'd show me.
How Castellano viewed the relationship.
We kind of get a flavor for your relationship, and then it just is my impression is that when it's good, it's like intensely good, but when it is bad, it is intensely bad.
This is cool. Oh man. Hello. Oh. Hello. It is 8:15 at night right now. It's like literally getting dark, and I'm on this awesome forest road, which I found on freecampsites.net, that says that up here about 2 miles are some campsites. There's several places on this road where I could probably just pull over on the side of the road and camp, but I'm just gonna keep going. As long as the road remains in good condition, I'll just keep going. This is the sort of stuff I love though, is like you're away from everybody, up in nature, and the road up is not so bad. It's gravel road, but I'm still going quite nicely in my Dodge Caravan, which is not a four-wheel drive vehicle. So yeah, just gonna keep going up here a little bit and see how far I need to go before I find a good campsite. So, got the keys. This is the spot here. I'll show you. Got to back up a little ways. This is the road that I came in on here. And then if I spin around, here is the parking spot, which is where I'm going to just camp in my van tonight. And then over here, there's a little trail which goes down to a lake. I haven't been down there yet, obviously. I just stepped out of the car. But I thought it'd be cool for us to just walk down there before it gets dark. It is 8:25 right now, so it gets dark like any moment. But this is the sort of wilderness that I really love. This is awesome. There are some flies or mosquitoes or something biting me here. Okay, so we're at the lake. It's just, I don't know, 1/10 of a mile down to the lake here. It's getting so dark that the camera is having a hard time focusing. Do you see that little sign right there? That sign was saying that this lake is home to a bunch of different animals and stuff like that, in case you didn't obviously know that. But it was saying there's frogs, newts, fish, rabbits, and bobcats that live around the lake here. That would be really cool if I saw a bobcat. I have seen one bobcat in my whole life in the wild, and I was hiking in California with a friend of mine, and then just all of a sudden this big animal came running down the path. It was like on a trail, and at first I just thought it was like a big house cat or something, but then I very quickly realized, due to its size and pointed ears and all that kind of stuff, that it was a bobcat. And yeah, it just came at us for like a second and then took off into the bushes. Very cool.
Okay, I'm gonna say something that's gonna sound kind of weird, but I like forests that are kind of creepy. Like, if the forest isn't creepy, I don't like it. Like, I gotta have a little bit of fear when I'm walking through the forest. If I hear a weird noise, I don't know what it is. Oh, like that? What the heck? Oh, that's just rain. That's just rain. See, I'm scaring myself now. But I like forests like this that have a little, yeah, that are a little frightening. Oh, I'm getting killed by bugs. I'm gonna run back to the car. Get my exercise for today too. Okay, run. Man, these bugs are terrible. The one good thing here, I'm up in the mountains and it's actually kind of cool. It's been raining pretty much all day. So it's cool, it's not super humid. There is some humidity, but it's not like it was for like the last 5 days of this trip. It's pretty nice. I hope it's like this in Virginia. I just hope there aren't any bugs. This is terrible. Yuck. Ugh. I can't even see the bugs. That's the worst part. Whew. Let me in. Okay. Say goodbye to the forest for tonight. I'm hiding in the van. Oh man, I'm not even gonna be able to open the windows tonight because there's just so many bugs outside. Oh, that sucks, but look at my view from in here. This is really nice. I'm out here in the middle of the forest, there's no one around, and I've got like a 360-degree view of greenery the entire way around. This is so nice. Oh yeah.
Your destination is on the right.
Yeah, just step over the wooden plank. Hey!
You're a good model.
Oh, they love. Do you love or hate taking pictures? So good. You know the story. You smile?
I'm taking a video of you. I thought you were gonna scream again. What's that? Is that your dog? Yeah?
Doggy's leash?
Can you talk yet? A little bit?
A little. Do a handstand, Addie.
There you go.
There you go.
Ooh, good one. Hey.
Why don't you show Darren your tricks on your trampoline? Or how you
Yeah,
put
let's
your
see
feet
that.
up. Oh, we're gonna do a puzzle? That's really boring.
Oh yeah, what is that? That's just a clip. That's like your most boring toy in the whole house. Come on.
I really give him a cardboard box and they're passing.
Yeah.
Girls, come on, show Darren your trick on the trampoline.
What is that? Oh, that's a puzzle. Cool. Oh yeah. Whoa, that's cool. You're like a monkey.
Yep. What sound does a monkey make, Addie?
Let's see it again. Oh, good one. Whoa!
You okay? Yeah. My tough girl.
That was good. If you're gonna do it, you gotta get it on camera.
Owie, here. Mwah. All better.
Yeah. Very good. Can you do it too?
Yeah. Show him, Scarlett.
Oh, it's got the legs up there.
Scares the hell out of me.
Yeah.
We lost him.
Just us.
If one's upset, they'll be like, oh, sissy. What are you doing, silly girl?
Do they have any idea though that is it a brother or a sister? Brother. You don't know yet. Hey.
Dress?
What?
Say dress.
Dress. Nice. What color is it?
No, it's not blue. It's pink. Pink.
Pink. My friend Becca, who is actually like my sister's friend, good friend growing up, just recently moved here to Tennessee, and I just stopped at her house to visit her and her two daughters. She's pregnant with a third, and she let me take a shower, which was nice. So I got another shower, and now I have about 5 hours to drive today until I get to Woodstock, Virginia, which is where the Bike Virginia tour begins on Friday.
Investment prospectus, the company says, quote, we and the rest of the world still have a hard time explaining Slack. It's been called an operating system for teams, a hub for collaboration, a That one was so everything on efficient pizza.
That was Linda Nair and Joe Campisi.
Toothpaste, let alone a $15,000 motorcycle. When I was 18, my parents found me in the house, overdosed, almost dead. They took me to a hospital, they took me to detox, and then to a rehab. When I was in the rehab, I met Fran. She was a beautiful, beautiful girl. The first time I saw her, I was just like, wow, amazed. And we're started becoming really close, and we went through the rehab. She had been there a long time before me, and she was finishing up, and I was just starting out.
Alright, so here's my campsite right off of the Blue Ridge Parkway in Virginia. I am in Virginia after a week of driving now. This is my campsite, and looks pretty good except for the red party cup on the ground. Over here is the main campsite. There's a couple RVs here, but I don't see any actual people. There's one person maybe in the campsite over there. And there's another campsite hidden back through the trees. You can kind of see it back there. But otherwise, there's no one out here. And yet again, this is another free campsite that I found on freecampsites.net. And it is raining right now, so I'm gonna set up my camp. It's about 7:15 at night, 7:30, something like that. And yeah, climb inside the van.
Thanks for, checking in on me and everything.
No biggie.
There aren't a lot of people who care enough to show up for me like that.
You should probably get some better friends.
Yeah, probably.
So I survived the night here in the campsite. Very nice night of camping. It's almost 11 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just waking up. One of the things I'm realizing is that I've crossed 3 time zones. So it's 11 o'clock here on the eastern coast now that I'm on the east, but back in California where I started, it's only 8 a.m. So 8 a.m. is a very normal time for me to wake up. 11 a.m. here on the east, the day's halfway over. So I gotta get going. I got a lot to do today. Tomorrow is the start of Bike Virginia. I have to buy a few things. I want to get a haircut if I possibly can. Otherwise, I'm just gonna cut my own hair. I have some shavers here in the car. What else? I got a whole list of things. I gotta prepare the bike, charge all of my camera batteries up, prepare the cameras. Lots to do. So, yeah, I better get going. This was a really nice campsite. I'm kind of amazed that there are not more people here, especially because it's free. A few people came in late last night. I was really surprised, like after dark people came in. But yeah, really nice. I would come back here. Hopefully I can find a place like this to stay tonight. I have no idea where I'm gonna stay tonight, but somewhere near the start of Bike Virginia. My only fear is that 1,500 people are coming to Bike Virginia tomorrow, and all of the nearby campsites could be very, very full.
film me one time.
Is that right?
They were making a film here in Woodstock.
And was it a documentary or no?
Just an off-the-wall thing.
Oh, okay.
Cheapy.
And they needed a barber in the movie.
I don't know.
And they're like, you look like a barber.
No, all I did was cut hair. I didn't say nothing.
Oh, okay. There's a deer in the road, a deer and a baby. Hey guys. Go. All right, so here's the campground. There's a couple people here, but not a whole lot. Looks like I just pick a site and then I have to fill out a registration card, but it's free. So there's someone camping there. This is gonna be my spot right here. Yeehaw.